I think as an industry, we've been more and more focused on the driver for many years. And that focus on the driver typically within a corporate environment is a stepping stone in the end to private lease. And the lessons that we've learned there are very much appropriate for private lease. And the private lease product in itself, in most of the countries we operate, is basically the same product as the full service leasing product. The complication for us is the customer service and the relationship around the one-to-one customer to car. And there, first of all, we need to work on technology. We need digital solutions. And secondly, and I think it's true of the whole industry, we need to adapt our customer service culture to more and more towards individuals and the demands of personal mobility as opposed to corporates. So clearly, coming out of that is a focus around second lease. And what second lease is, where second lease particularly has a part to play, is on flexibility, because in terms of total cost of ownership, which is the biggest drag on the development of flexible product, because the holding costs are so high that to have flexibility makes it more challenging. That second lease product is enabling us to develop more rapidly this flexible product. We're seeing a sustainable drop over time in the penetration of diesel, and naturally we're on the pricing of diesel. Now, that is different in some countries to other. The focus on diesel in Germany and on the UK is much higher than it is in some other countries in Eastern Europe and across the world, in fact. But clearly, we have an interest in accelerating the development of our fleet towards electric and towards hybrid. And in that regard, we've created our own consultancy group. The average duration for a car in Europe is 10 to 12 years, but our cars are typically 3 to 4 years. So typically we see ourselves ahead of the curve in terms of the transformation of our fleet, which will undoubtedly happen. It's happening probably more rapidly within the leasing industry than in the wider industry, because of this cycle, this 3 or 4 year cycle. And therefore I think as an industry, we're always going to be slightly ahead of the curve as the value and the demand for diesel decreases.